Hello, and welcome to a playthrough of Age of Wonders 4, specifically Viewer Suggestion number 3. And now let's head into our episode. Okay, what's the enchantment? Cosmic Bolts? Oh boy, damage is annoying, but should be dealt with fairly easily. They should be okay. Let's auto combat that. We might lose a unit or two. We can replace them. We lost a unit. I'm gonna replace that unit with a horse. Alright, great. And they can stay exactly where they are. Our Death Knight has leveled up. Oh, whoa, okay, hold on. Forgot it wasn't my turn. Speaking of horse, here we go. We'll have time to do that. You were headed in... Actually, where were you headed? Oh, you were headed to here, weren't you? Okay. Okay, now we've lost the Smoldering Keep. Alright, we need... Oh, wow. Okay, okay, we have time. Let's annihilate you. Dismiss. Ooh, Boots of Freedom. Rather have the resources. The final ring is done. I think it's going on you? Yes. Confirm. And then we want the fortune. I don't care about the Undying Warrior. But before I forget, Umbral Flesh transform. Which just means this is now pointless. The army trainer is nice, but we don't need to worry about the Umbral Malady stuff anymore. You need a horse. Wait, did you get a horse? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. You are gonna teleport up here. Our Death Knight has been with us the longest. Let's go again. Give him something a bit better. We're fine on actually everything else. More or less. Let's see if we can give him a better weapon. And let's see. Marked flanker, keen edge, diseased, weakened, and purging strikes. What is he getting from where? Purging strikes is this. Right, we gave him Spirit Breaker and a mobilizing presence and the Eternal One. Attacks. Oh. This used to be just the spell. So he gets diseased, decaying, and purging from his stuff. Right, so yeah. So this, and this are all from his abilities. As is everything else, right? Or the flanker might be from the ring, but the keen edge. So if we were to design him a weapon, right? Primary. What's a nasty Death Knight? A Death Knight could use a cestus. But here, we'll give him the axe. Death damage. And we know we want distracted. Now, he doesn't have a way to do remorse. But he does get it from other things. I don't think that's worth it. He technically has disease. We definitely want this. He can already do weakened. He doesn't do poisoned, but he already does decaying. So we don't need that. We could do frozen. I don't know if we'll get condemned going. And everyone else is already condemned. So if we're gonna do frozen, that's the power of frost. So it's a little more damage, and it has a chance to freeze. And then maybe we do crit hit chance. Oh, I need 150. Bollocks. I am one short. I don't think we can trade with you. Alright, I'll do it. Back to Arsenal. Disenchant. Again, some way to take a turn or two, especially late game, to convert like 50 of these into 5 of these would be appreciated. Being able, like, I have so much binding essence, and binding fragments are so hard to come by. Some way to convert like 100 to 5, or something like you take 2 turns and you convert 100 binding essence into 5 binding fragments. Feels like a good idea. Alright, so now we're going to remake that axe. With death damage. We decided crit chance. Power frost. And then he just needs distracted and sundered resistance. Because he already does disease and decayed and weakness from other things. Oh, what do we need to do blind? Inflict blinded. 2 haste berries. It's gonna be a while before we do that. This is perfectly fine for a death knight. It creates the crit chance, meaning in melee combat, once he gets rolling, he has like a 70 to 80% chance to crit. So I'm perfectly okay with that. Gonna take 4 turns. We'll get that done. You guys, yeah, look at this. Have to have this has to go away. Okay. And we'll do a bookmark. And yeah, if you're new to the game and you happen to be watching me, feel free to ask questions about the game. I love teaching people how to play this. Capped out. Our viewer Tiger Eye. This is a viewer suggestion / challenge. So a viewer sent me an email, or in this case, I believe it was a comment. Either left a comment in a previous video, or sent me an email, and said, when you play, here are the rules for you playing. In this case, every debuff, we had to get every debuff possible on our unit, like the debuff, without using unbound tones. What is transmutation? Transmutation server. Ah, this one. Yeah. I'm usually so far behind on mana that I don't use transmute resources. Oh, that's new. But there are no debuffs in here for our units to have. So, if you were to go back, all our units, all the tomes we've done, like they can do weakness, through weaponry, shreds, morale. Frostblades does slow. Joy Cypher wrecks morale. Shadow Blades is binding. On our ranged units, we've got condemned, weakened, and slowed. Oh, that's Living Shadows. Purging Arrows, just because. Seeker Arrows, Sign of the Huntress. So, all our units at this point have a way to apply all the various debuffs in the game. Now, specifically, a debuff is something that lowers a stat or reduces combat effectiveness without doing damage. So, not disease, but decay is a bit iffy, because yes, it prevents healing, but it also does damage. So it's could be both. Nothing wrong with that. But I think decay is the only thing we're missing. And I don't think there's an enchantment that causes disease. Now, our heroes can cause disease, and I believe we have spells that cause disease. It is just a mess down here. Alright. You two are fine. Oh, you already moved. You can stay. You are on a bear. Someone asked me last recording session, why am I keeping the bear? Yes. Decay does both, so it counts as both a damage over time and a debuff. But if I didn't get it, I wasn't gonna be oops, oh well. Defense mode. People underestimate the overwhelm. That's true. Because aren't they putting a direct counter to decay in the new tomes or something like that? I'd have to check. What was I gonna do? Need the horsey more. Ruler leveled up. Our ruler is now capped. I don't think you need the defense or evasion. I don't think I want that. We could inflict slow, which isn't a bad idea. I don't think we want the rally. We could just take a flat up 10% more damage. He already does a lot of damage. So 10% would push it that much further. Or we could do a reset. Because I'm not oh, hold on. Let's reset his skills. I do want Dispelling Rune. I do want Disruption Rune. I do want damage, and I do want brand. I need to remember that. So we're going to reset his skills. Yes. So we're going to grab all of these. Confirm. We wanted... I chose Dispelling first. For the Remorse. Then I think I went... No. Disruption? For Spirit Breaker Aura. Why does this not look the same? Yeah. Right. What did I go? What, damage? Yes, I want damage. Well, maybe we change... Well, we don't care about crit hit. Yeah. I think we want damage. And to not be used for artifacts, but we're not using it. But the 15% damage, otherwise it's like draining burst. Well, he has the hit points. That could be useful. And it does mean we would dispel 2 negative status effects at the start of every turn. Otherwise, it's Vitality for Poisonous Undergrowth and Immobilization. That's actually not a bad call, plus the 15 hit points. Because we can do this. Does not say. So we could do this and then attack. Poison, then mobilize 3-turn cooldown. I might change this to Vitality Ruin for the Poisonous Undergrowth. And then here we took the Grand Bronze Ruin. All non-hero units in the army get a damage boost, and they apply bleeding. And then he gets 30% more damage and 20% more health. And then we went Sentinel, Frontline Fighter, Pushing Attack. I like the temporary hit points for the Pushing Attack. Ooh. Let's do Greater Defense, Retaliation, Regen, Tireless Retaliator. We'll do that, and then that leaves 6. The Weakening Aura might be useful. Like he has Cull the Weak. And then his weapon has Weekend. But that's just whoever he's attacking. So if he gets surrounded, well, we definitely want the resistance. The Grace. Do we give him 205 hit points? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, one of the Archon, yeah. Tiger Eye pointed out. Now I'm panicking. You can't see Tiger Eye, they're watching on YouTube. But they pointed out that in the new DLC, one of the Archon abilities is whatever debuff you have, turn that into the buff that is the opposite. So 5 stacks of decay turns into 5 stacks of regeneration. you know, sundered resistance and defense turns into both more defense and resistance. Very, very powerful. And pretty much count is a direct. What happens with insanity? Because there is no defense against insanity. I think insanity just gets dispelled. But it's a direct counter to the build we're building. Alright. I've got 4 left. I could go this route. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Then grab, like, really make him tanky. Because I don't think we're going to go down this route. I don't think we care about the Blade Storm. It really hasn't come into play. I could grab the raw damage. And then go at least 1 more into resistance. By grabbing Warding Bond. We're not going to use Warding Bond. But it gets us to the resistance too. However, honestly, knowing how much they like to target your ruler, I think we do this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I think we grab the Warding Bond and we go heavy resistance. So the idea is that, like, he's going to run up. The chances of him getting a negative status effect are very low. And the chances of him, like, any damage he does take physically and, well, he does so much damage. Yeah, we'll confirm this. So he just runs up and like, don't care. Renowned. Skill available. Oh, new skill. What's the new skill? Oh, now that could be useful. But again, I think we're saving up for Dark Vigor at this point. Does not everyone have the ring they need? Ring. Yeah, everyone's got a ring. Okay, so we're good there. So I'm not sure. Oh. Okay. Anyways. Orders required. Making a Death Knight. Done. Great. Thanks for the gold. Like, poor Helden is so far behind. But it has the armies to take care of this. It's just not taking care of it. And I have a message from my wife. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, we're not really using the Umbral Abyss. I was gonna say, without the Umbral Abyss, I don't understand how you keep your research up, but we really haven't used the Umbral Abyss. I'm just gonna reject. Okay, this has to go away. Because this ritual circle has done so much damage to Helden. Wait. What is this? Oh, no. Let's spread it all. Can we... I do this. Yes, we can't. Can we? Oh, it's in the mountains. That's why we can't trigger it. Alright, he's gonna have to come to us then. And then I don't want to clear this out just to grab these monoliths. You should be able to handle that. Yeah, no problems. Great. Disenchant. Ooh, food and production. Cool, you got enough to get back there and heal. Hurry. Up you go. Up you go. Give me my keep back. Oh, look, they're coming to help. Oh, it was just 2 units? Okay. Down you go. And you need a knight. We'll pull this knight in this direction. I'm gonna cancel this. 1, 2, 3, 1. We'll do that instead. We have enough. Okay, now hold on. Yeah, we'll gain Dark Vigor and we'll start trying to save up for Shadow Domain. I don't think we're gonna get to the cap of 30. And that's okay. Yep, you're waiting. Healing. You're healing. Healing. Done. Hero leveled up. This is our spell blade. We definitely want the arc fire burst. All attacks. And then 18, 19, 20 feels good. It's turned to cooldown. So you can lightning evoke or arc fire burst. All his attacks can inflict burning. And he gets some bonus fire damage. Yeah, I just never know what to do with these. That's retaliation. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. He doesn't have a way to inflict blind. We can't do skirmisher because we chose critical. Okay. Do damage. Evasive strikes might actually not be bad. So he can run in, hit someone, and then he doesn't get the hit back. Right, we're at 18, so then that would be 18, 19. So anything I'd give up. No, not really. I do like this. I like the bolster resistance and status protection. Or we grab Arcfire Burst. And yeah. We can do this. We'll do Evasive Strikes, Spellblade Expertise, and Arcfire Burst. So we'll do this next. Yeah. But at the same time, you can make the argument that, like this Alpha Strike, if they're at full health, there is a chance you kill them. But at the same time, in a lot of fights, right? Opening strikes is, alright, if they're at 100% health, I get a 50% bonus to damage. But when you get down to the... Whereas this is... Oh... They're down to 50% health, I can finish it. So it's like half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. They both have it, like... It is a perfect choice. Because neither one is specifically better than the other. They are both perfectly situational. I personally, considering I like to plate units with arrows first, am more inclined to do fatal strikes. Especially against larger targets. Yeah. That's what I figured. So, like, this guarantees you're going to delete a unit. But this guarantees you're going to finish a unit off. So, I think 90% of people will go with opening strikes. Because you'll just delete a unit. But then when you get down to the end and all of a sudden it's like, well, all these units are at half damage. This guarantees you're deleting the unit. So I guess it really doesn't matter in our end game, does it? Anyways. Another hero leveled up. This is our Ranger. They're at 14. Now we grab this, and I want to grab Sniper's Focus. Care, don't care, enter. Anything else? All right, these monster dens need to go away. But a single army can deal with that. While we build up some defensive armies. Now, I shouldn't be, because that's only been like 2 or 3 turns. I should be able to get back into range to help with this army defend this point before the next assault. But I might have missed time frames. And I freely admit that. Offer nothing. So, yeah, so you go there. So that's in range to help defend. You're in range to help defend. Nope, and you're in range to help defend. Great. So if this army gets jumped, I might delete these and replace them with Zephyrs when I get a chance. But right now, we're aiming for numbers. care... Oh, wait, hold on. What province? That's what I was afraid of. Alright. Oh, he's flying away. You are welcome to fly away, my friend. I don't care about you. I do care about this. We're gonna swing you guys this way. Auto combat. Great. Now, he can't level up anymore. So, there is an argument for moving him in this direction so he can be the defense of this. But again, we're so far ahead, I think we're just going to have this army, 2007, clear out a bunch of this. And you're only level 14, so I think we actually... Oh, wrong thing. We bring you back in to help with these three. Fine. Hero level up. This is a ritualist. Oh, shnikes. 18, 19, 20. 18, 19, 20. Doesn't get us this. Huh, he says. I don't usually do. Huh. Oh, this is spirits now, not elemental. Maybe we didn't want this. Maybe we wanted to go down this track. For the spirit. Well, aren't all non-inherent to friendly units? Maybe. Because this is pointless. You know what? We'll get down to conjure... See, well, you know what? It might take a hit. We'll go down this path, I guess. And, I want that science. See how strongly... No. We might split this up into one group on defense. To help with these. And two of them go in to grab that science. Oh, we are also about halfway through the recording session. Lots. Go. So yeah, so if you're watching on Twitch, you're watching an ad. If you don't want to watch the ad, feel free to sub and or play out on YouTube. Also, before I forget, again, reminder, this is a viewer suggestion. If you have your own viewer suggestions on how I should play, SparkyTDK@gmail.com. Make sure it says viewer suggestion in the header. Yeah, I'm accruing a list. So, and with the new patch, that would be more suggestions for the list, so. That's fine. Auto combat, you're dead. Great. Let's try and get that science sooner rather than later. So we're gonna move you down to here. And you down to here. And you will stay up here. And clear out some... Really? You know what? I'll just replace that with an archer. Very weird. Ooh, actually... Ooh, do I want to replace... You know what? I believe the imp is a summon. Let's replace it with a gremlin. There we go. Button. Research, what's the cheapest? Oh, sure, we'll grab that. You can wait a turn. They'll probably slam into me. But look, see, look, now they can rebuild the territory. Underground, we want to take out that nest. So you go there. You go there. Umbral nest, yeah. So we take this out. We slap. This should open up an area to build a fortress. And then we grab these monoliths. Maybe the gold veins? I mean, I'm more interested in research than I am in gold. But I feel like the hasteberries and rainbow clover would be better. Alright, so there's a defensive army. So you can head there. You can wipe this out. Great. Shred. Done. So now these two can literally clear out all of this by itself. We might grab the Astral Dew. You go there. This army's on defense. Let's get rid of those two afflictors. For two more Zephyr archers. And we're saving up for Shadow Domain. I mean, casting reserves isn't bad. This on our Spellblade isn't bad. Yeah, I think we save up for Shadow Domain. We do have magic origin units now. This is pointless, we're not conquesting anything. And death magic would be useful as well. I don't like a lot of this, like, even if I go chaos, I don't like a lot of this chaos stuff. Yeah, when is this? I don't care about that. That would be nice. That would be nice, but I don't think we're gonna... I don't think the game's gonna last long enough. I don't do Force March. This is all snagged. This is pointless, because we're locked to a city. don't need this. Alright, I think we're good. Alright. Waiting a turn. You're waiting a turn. You're on defend mode. You're on defend mode. Hero leveled up. This is our spell blade. And I said I'd grab Arcfire Burst. Spellblade needs a better weapon. I don't even see the crit damage stack. Alright. Gremlin, Prelude of Doom. I think. Oh, Mark of Misfortune. Need it. So that. Don't care. Great. Done, and turn. So yeah, this is just waiting 20-ish turns to finish this. If I felt someone was catching up, I don't think anyone is. Let's see. They have one, but they're at 45. Yeah, everyone only has one. So we are so far in the lead. They win in 83. They win in 50. We win in 25. So we're fine. Like, every few turns, it doesn't hurt to check that to make sure someone didn't grab a second one. And if someone does, we'll jump on the one we have. But we're kind of drawing out time to try to get to Decayed. I don't know if we'll be able to. Shit, I'm glad I did what I did. Oof, that was close. 5 turns. Oof. Well, we're already condemned, so that can't stack. Doesn't mean they're gonna do a lot of damage to us, though. Okay, lose a knight, lose him. Wow, almost lost the hero. Okay. We'll take that. Alright, kind of expected that. Again, shouldn't lose anyone. Yep, done. Go boost. Oh, there's more. They're flooding in from here, I guess. Im's Lair. Is there anything up here? There's the Cursed Tower and another seal. But I think the priority is clear this nest. Auto combat, not an issue. Great. If I remember correctly, yeah, you get a ton of rewards. Well, now we might want the unicorn mount. So we'll shred everything, but we'll take the reward, build the sanctuary, grab the gold. We'll wait here, and then we want to build. We want to get these monoliths, and then clear out this. Hero leveled up. This is our Death Knight. Is at 19. He already has Disrupted, so that feels pointless. We could go Second Wind and hit points. Again, I'm not a fan of Undying Warrior. Meteor Strikes could be fun. Right? So that's 1920, 1920. I kind of want to go Meteor Strikes Second Wind. Let's grab the Meteor Strikes next. So he's got the bear, the bird, for a unicorn mount. because of the phase, I think I'd rather have the unicorn. Oh, speaking of which, there you go. Oh, hold on. Disenchant. So this gets disenchanted, this gets disenchanted, this gets disenchanted, that gets disenchanted. You go away. Might be useful. 1 defense. Regen per hit. I personally would rather have the warding plate on him. Status resistance and 2 defense versus 1 regen and 1 defense. Let's try that. Actually, ooh, hold on. Would it be better to throw this on our spell? You know what? It might be. We're gonna unequip this. Confirm. We should have the time to pull this off. And then unequip this. Okay. And then we need a weapon for, I think, our mage could use a better weapon. Or a ritualist, I should say. So we'll give him this. That's it, right? This is, hold on. Let me just make sure this is a ritualist. Okay, so what does the ritualist do? Warp the shaman. So, what does he get? He gets soulbound and remorse, purging strikes, and meteor strikes. He's got Call of the Week. So, yeah, even without... So he'll inflict weaken no matter what. Alright. So soulbound... Wait. Right, purging strikes, weakened... That's all innate. So if we were to make him something, which, hold on, we can't do anyways, and we need to shred them out. All right, so we need to wait a turn. Okay, that's fine. Orders required. You're helping out this guy. He can go there. That's fine. He can handle whatever that pops out of this by himself. You're waiting a turn. You're taking care of these guys. Great. This needs to go away. Hero leveled up. This is our ranger. So either crit hit chance if he's not engaged in melee, or accuracy if not engaged in melee. What weapon is he using? The Eternal Titan's bow. Alright, so all this grants is, it's just a whole lot of damage. I think the bow itself might create this. So there's 20, so I think that gets him up to 30. Then when he kills a unit, that gets him up to... Alright, I think we take the focused hunt. Buy you, and pull you out there, and you two head in this direction. Do you need anything? Melee, melee, melee. So you need another Zephyr Archer. You know what? Let's give him a Frost Giant. Because it'd be hilarious. We don't need to delete you yet, so we won't. Why does that keep shifting so much? Very weird. Alright, so do Mark of Misfortune. Enchant, and that's every debuff in the game. Don't care. Give the Cold Axe. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Yeah. End turn. Hold on. You are a legend. What does he need? Legend, champion, legend. Veteran. Okay. Huh. Yep, expected that. Should be easy peasy. Not a problem. Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or, even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.